Hi guys, today is August 12th. It is of 9 and that goes into tomorrow. I'm coming on here. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I've got several more videos I'm going to be making over the course of these next few days. And then I have something that I want to present to you guys. But first off, I want to start off, since today is 311 of the war. They just reported that Iran and its proxies could attack Israel within the next 24 hours in retaliation for the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in late July, and that is citing sources in the Middle East. And what makes this attack even more troubling is that these next 24 hours coincide with Tish B'Av, which is a day of profound significance in Jewish history. So Tish B'Av commemorates the destruction of the first and second temples in Jerusalem, a day marked by mourning and reflection on the tragedies that have befallen our people throughout history. As we observe Tish B'Av, we find ourselves once again facing the threat of enormous destruction. Iran's looming threat serves as a chilling reminder that the dangers to Israel are very real and present. And so it says that Tel Aviv is so critical right now. We are on high alert, prepared to respond to any emergency that may arise in these perilous times. So, there's that. And I also want to read to you this right here. Okay, that is U.S. preparing for Israel-Iran war by deploying more ships to the Middle East. I know that in the Bible it says that there's going to be wars and rumors of wars. How do we know when it's the real deal? Well, the real big deal is after we leave, because that's what happens, triggered from our leaving. Okay, and so the United States has deployed a naval strike group to the eastern Mediterranean amidst increased tensions following Israel's killing of Hezbollah commander Fouad Shirk in Beirut and the assassination of Hamas political leader Ismail. So there was 5 Western countries have called on Iran and its allies to refrain from anticipating attacks on Israel in retaliation for the recent killings of senior members of Hamas and Hezbollah. The leaders of the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Italy issued a joint statement on Monday, which was expressing their support for ongoing efforts to de-escalate tensions in the Middle East and secure a ceasefire in the war on Gaza. And so, which U.S. vessels have been deployed? The strike group, led by the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln and its squadron of F-35C fighter jets, was already headed towards the region, where it was scheduled to replace the USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier. Austin has now ordered it to increase its speed. Okay, and additionally, the USS Georgia, a nuclear-powered submarine carrying guided missiles that was already present within the Mediterranean, has been deployed to the area. Okay, so I'm going to tell everybody something that I kept asking God over and over and over again. And then it was revealed to me by a friend of mine. And it was this. I said, God, and I'm going to say the same thing because I know you're all thinking it. We keep hearing soon. We keep hearing soon. We've been hearing this for years. Why are we still here? God, I don't understand. This is just wars, and we all get hyped up and then nothing happens. We get hyped up and nothing happens. Well, here's the thing. God is so merciful. He doesn't want anybody to perish, right? So, having said that, he also, this war, okay, with all the money that has been funded, with all of our troops being over there, and they've already doing this draft to get, kids the 18 to 26 to join. This war is going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They would not be sitting there just to keep sitting there, because it costs money. And we're broke. I mean, these other countries are too. Why do you think everybody's calling for peace right now? Okay, and we know in Thessalonians how it says peace and safety, then sudden destruction. But the thing is, this is not that we've heard peace and safety this whole time. This isn't what it's talking about. A ceasefire peace deal. That's not it. This is something completely different. So while they're sitting there waiting, they have all these big boys, the missiles, everything. God is holding it back because we are still here. Nothing can happen like that while we are here, because the second that does, a third of mankind is going to die. Okay, that's biblical. And that's not just, I don't believe that's just from war. I also believe it's going to be from the horrendous earthquakes. Speaking of earthquakes, have been ramping up. A small quake was detected 2 days ago, guys. 2. And if y'all remember my dream about Illinois getting hit, okay, yeah. And then I dreamt of a 6.7 and a 9.6 earthquake at the timing of the rapture. 6.7 has already happened. All right, but it says a small quake detected in southern Illinois Saturday night. Okay. And it was the 2.4 quake was detected at 10:10 p.m. just west of Enfield in White County, about 10 miles east of McLeansburg and 30 miles west of Evansville, Indiana. And what's funny about that, I don't live so extremely far away from this area. No, I didn't feel anything. But I felt something spiritually going on. And I'm not saying that I knew that's what this was. I've been feeling it. High anxiety, sad, homesick would be the word. And just weary. All of us are just weary. And it doesn't help when, tensions rise and then they stop. Tensions rise and stop. We have to rely on God for faith. We have to rely on God to get us through these rough seasons. Okay? And this is what he said, though you have little strength, right? Now, I'm going to read to you also, Japan just issued its first megaquake alert. Okay, and its Thursdays had a 7.1, which has heightened concerns among experts who warned that it could be a precursor to an even larger rupture along a fault line off the Japanese coast. So for them, they know it's coming. Now, there was also Syria, just got an earthquake today, 5.4. Earthquake in Los Angeles, 4.4, with 4.6 tremors. And so we also have a 5.2 earthquake, which hits northern central Israel. This stuff's ramping up because God is trying to wake the people up. So what he's doing, he's doing a little bit. It's almost like what he's doing. You think of this. You're making yourself a nice bowl of soup. It's just not to your liking just yet. So you got to add your seasonings. Oh, I'm going to add this, and I'm going to add that, and I'm going to add this, and that, until it's ready, and then it boils, and then you know to turn it off because your soup's ready. Bad analogy, I know. But it's the same way what God's doing. He's throwing, okay, here's a little bit of this. That might wake you up. Here's a little bit of that. Oh, that's not going to wake you up. Try this. How about this? How about that? How about I send my watchman? How about I have this person have a dream? How about I have this warning? How about I have... Nothing's waking the people up. But when we leave, it's going to be the biggest revival. Okay? And it's going to be big. And so right now, all these events and things that's happening is the ending of the beginning of sorrows, where the baby's getting ready to be born. Okay, and Twitter just had that blackout, or X as you call it, from Musk's Trump's interview. It was hit by technical issues. Athens has wildfires. The Eiffel Tower was just evacuated. And the PNW says seismic buildup of unusual amount of earthquakes are hitting the nation. If this doesn't tell you that the Bible's not popping off the pages, that God's word isn't coming to pass, I don't know what's going to wake people up, because right now it is falling literally on deaf ears. And also, the U.S. beefs up security and orders a missile submarine to the Middle East, as I read, and Turkey's invasion threats should be taken very seriously. So that's Cyprus officials said, as well as Russia and Ukraine to use maximum restraint to avoid a nuclear accident as fighting intensifies in Russia's Kursk region. And we know what happened, that Ukraine says it's 1,000 square kilometers in Kursk offensive as Putin vows worthy response. Okay, and on Friday, Russia said it's bringing more troops and weapons into Kursk, where Ukraine forces have launched a rare ground assault in the Russian territory. And so Grossi, the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, has warned of nuclear accident if fighting around the Kursk nuclear plant continues. Okay, this stuff isn't just hype, guys. This stuff isn't just in America. So let's take America out of the picture, because a lot of people say that America is not even in the Bible. Okay, say it's not. Take us out. Look at everything else. God tells us to look at Israel. Israel is God's time clock. Israel is God's chosen people. That's what we need to look for. And what does it say? When you see Israel surrounded, then know its desolation is there. When you see all these things happening, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. Well, we are here, as well as everyone is pushing for a two-state solution, a peace agreement, ceasefire, all that. They don't want this all-out war, okay? But it's going to happen, because good is evil and evil is good. All right, and this war, as many have said, is to also bring in Kamala, which we know that Kamala in Revelation 17 is the harlot that rides in on the beast. Okay, and so Palestinians push for UN resolution declaring settlements illegal. So all these things and more, I can't keep up with it. I just wanted to give you guys a little insight on that. I'll be back with more breaking news and important information in the next day or so. And so I will see you guys there in the air. God bless.